All right, guys. Today we're going to be talking about the arrests that were made in the NBA on Thursday. I'm a little late to this, but hey, better late than never. It's been a long time since I've made a video, but yeah, here we are. I've been busy with life, and yeah, let's get right into this. So, obviously, Terry Rozier, Chauncey Billups arrested as part of FBI sports gambling probe. So let's get into this. Portland Trailblazers head coach Chauncey Billups and Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier were arrested Thursday as part of an FBI sports gambling probe, the agency announced in a news conference. In addition to Billups and Rozier, former Cleveland Cavaliers player and assistant coach Damon Jones were also arrested. Thursday's arrests are linked to two separate cases. One involves sports gambling and the other an illegal poker ring. Rozier was named in the sports gambling incident, Billups in the poker operation, which involved several organized crime families. Jones is one of the three defendants named in the case. FBI Director Kash Patel and the Department of Justice held a press conference Thursday morning to provide details on the investigation. Rozier and Billups appeared in court Thursday afternoon, and both will be released from custody. Okay. What else do we got? Adam Silver speaks on Terry Rozier's arrest. In an interview during the Celtics-Knicks game, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver spoke about Rozier's arrest, which came after the NBA investigated but later cleared Rozier due to insufficient evidence. I was deeply disturbed, Silver said, of his initial reaction following the arrest. There is nothing more important to the league and its fans than the integrity of the competition, and so I had a pit in my stomach. It was very upsetting. Silver said that the league has been cooperating with the government in more than 2 years since the bets on Rozier were flagged in 2023. There's a balance here of protecting people's rights and investigating, Silver said. We've been working with the government and they have extraordinary powers that a league office doesn't have. Well, Adam Silver, let me tell you something. If you actually gave a shit about, gambling and what players do off the court, your league would probably be, out of the spotlight. It would be in better hands. But no, you're here. You want to, grab your money from Amazon. You want to grab your money from, the sponsors of the NBA and, the ticket sales, the jersey sales. But you don't really care about what these players do off the court, right? I'm pretty sure. Why would he? He's all about the money, and he doesn't really care about what the players do. Now, as for Chauncey Billups, Billups was an NBA champion and a 2004 Finals MVP, and I love Chauncey Billups. I watched him growing up, and it sucks to see him in this light, and I hope he comes out of it a better man. I hope he's innocent. I hope he isn't caught. I hope he is not guilty for what he may have done. I don't know if he's done it or not, allegedly. But yeah, it's sad to see. And Chauncey, call him Mr. Big Shot. Love that guy, but man, what are you doing? You're a multi-millionaire. Why would you risk your career? Why would you put your family in danger? Why would you put a bad image on your name and all those sorts of things that come with it? And also, Terry Rozier, you're in your prime. You are also a multi-millionaire NBA player. You've made over $160 million throughout your career so far, and I think you're making $26 million this year. Why? I don't understand it. It can't get through my brain as to why these players would do this. It doesn't truly make sense to me. And yeah, I mean, I think it stems from a greater problem here in America, the systemic problem and just the influence of gambling and the degeneracy here in the West. It has absolutely, been taken by the NBA, and players have been running with it. Same with these coaches, such as Chauncey Billups, allegedly. And it's not a good spot to be in for these people. Obviously, I know that there is a lot more people involved in this, not just, the NBA players and NBA coaches, whatever. There's a lot more that's, it gets deeper than just these players and coaches. But yeah, it's absolutely a dumpster fire of a a problem right now, and hopefully they come out of it better. Bam Adebayo, Eric Spoelstra say Heat stand behind Terry Rozier in full support. Okay. In the wake of Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier's arrest for alleged illegal gambling, his team is standing behind him. Heat coach Eric Spoelstra and Senator Bam Adebayo both spoke out in support of Rozier after a shoot-around on Friday, ahead of a matchup against the Memphis Grizzlies. You never want to see something like that happen, Adebayo said on Friday. For us as a team, we stand behind him full support. And like I said, the biggest thing for us is keep praying for him, keep cheering for him behind the scenes, and going out here to win games and change the narrative. You support him through and through. He added, that's our brother at the end of the day. Spoelstra told reporters that the team had a meeting yesterday to talk about the situation and that they were focused on moving forward. I mean, obviously, we can't comment on the situation, but Terry is somebody who is very dear to all of us, Spoelstra said Friday. He's had a real positive impact on our locker room. We send our thoughts and our care for him as he goes through this. So he coach Eric Spoelstra and Bam Adebayo, NBA player for the Miami Heat, stand behind Terry Rozier in full support. Of course they're going to stand in full support. I mean, they want to keep a good image on themselves, and they want to listen. They want to adhere to the rules of the NBA, and they don't want I believe that they have different thoughts on this, but they can't really express it because of, the NBA. And if you talk out of line, you probably lose your job or you may get suspended or whatever it may be. So they really have to say all this PR BS just to keep it clean. And, they really don't want to say what's on their mind, actually. They probably think, wow, this guy's an idiot. Like, what is he doing? Like, dude's a millionaire. Like, bro, like, what are you doing? And I agree. I think, like, why are you doing this? You should not be doing this. You are making loads and loads of money. People would love to be in your position, and here you are throwing it away for whatever it is, like allegedly like betting on yourself on games and giving that information out to your friends or whatever, to other people, and having those people win on behalf of you, doing an under on whatever it is, like minutes played, points scored, whatever, all those stats. And it's like you are doing yourself a big disservice, a huge disservice, by not just playing the game the right way and staying out of trouble. Like, guys, it's 2025, almost 2026, and we are still out here making these dumb financial decisions that will alter the rest of your life and your career, and you're just going to be down in the dumps, basically. Like, so that's my 2 cents on this whole story, on this whole thing, and we're going to see how this unfolds later in the coming weeks and coming months. Hopefully Chauncey's okay. Hopefully Chauncey, is innocent. Same with Terry Rozier, even though they both did dumb things. Chauncey allegedly involved with the mob, and then Terry Rozier allegedly, giving information to his friends about placing bets on himself. And yeah, just not a good look. Not a good look for the NBA. Not a good look for these people. But yeah, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. That's what it comes down to. So yeah, I think it's a bigger problem. Like I said, it stems from a much bigger problem, and that's the degeneracy in the West. And yeah, it's a shit show, really. It's really bad. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that subscribe button and hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. I would really appreciate it. It would help me out a lot. Trying to get to 700 subscribers here. So guys, help me get to that number, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.